Welcome to the channel, my name is Quinn, and let's get into my Dinomorphia deck profile. So first off with the fusions, because that's the only thing that really matters in this deck. 3 Dinomorphia Frenzy, and 3 Domain. This is the lifeblood of the deck, literally to the point where you pay your life. They fuse from deck, and to an extent, Frenzy fuses from extra deck, which is awesome as hell. Intact helps protect against the Ash Blossom for the fusions, although most of the time you probably want 2 fusions anyway. And also, you don't die when this card gets used, and it's awesome. You physically cannot die. Whenever you take a life point damage from battle, you take half your life points instead. And for the other generic Dinomorphia traps, I play 2 Alert because it brings back the Rec Room if needed, as well as Duels and Theresia, and 1 Brute and 1 Sonic, because Sonic is a searchable spell trap negate, which comes up a lot when evenly matches a card. And Brute is like a small DPE. 3 Theresia, which is nice as hell to set and search your traps when needed. And then the dude I hate, Dinomorphia Diplos, I hate him. I wish there was another main deck monster to use. He sends a card from the deck to the grave, and then if you're 2000 or less, it burns for 500. That probably will never come up. And now here's not so budget, but it's fine, you can run Duality instead, Pod of Prosperity. Digging Deep is really nice when you really only have 9 starters and you want more. This is the other way to get more. And then for a lot of non-engine, technically, 3 Ash, because this does really well with something in the extra deck. This is something I added recently, 2 Fenrir. Helps going first and second. And this deck can really use all it can to help go second. And then 1 Lady, of the Lady Labyrinth of the Silver Capsule. When a trap is activated, you can set a different normal trap from deck to field. That was not its name. It is really useful to set certain traps, like Fair Flames, which, Jesus Mother of God, this card is insane in this deck. Because you pay half your life points all the time, you're probably extremely low, to the point where this is just a board wipe. 3 Soul of the Supreme King, I love this card. Summons Supreme King Zark from the extra deck, negated, and if your opponent activates a spell card, just summon out 1 each of the dragons from the anime, goddamn. You can summon out 1 of each, up to 1 each. It doesn't have to be all 4, it could be 1, it could be 4. And then 2 Trap Jacks. This card destroys a monster you control to set a trap, and you can use it that turn, but you can only use 1 trap for the rest of the turn. This is really useful when paired with Zark, where if Zark is destroyed, he can place himself in the Pendulum Zone, and his Pendulum effect is insane. 3 Big Welcome to help bring out the Lady, and the Grave effect is also very useful when it comes to things like Lava Golem, which will just murder this deck. Just return it to the hand, and hopefully you don't die. And then, the last card in the deck, 3 Solemn Judgment. Evenly matches a card, as well as just being able to negate certain shit. 3 Rec Room, Life and Blood of the deck. He prevents your opponent from using monster effects on the field whose attack is equal to or more than your life points. And in this deck, your life point gets down to lower than 2,000 a lot of the time, if he's on the field especially. And that means a lot of monsters can't be used. And he also has a quick effect to make all the monsters you control, all your opponent's monsters control, their attack equal your life points. And 3 Kentrigina. She is able to copy any of the normal Dinomorphia traps in your graveyard by paying half your life points. So you can quick fuse again, or you can use Brute to pop, or Alert to reborn dudes. And her attack is 4,000 minus your life points, so a lot of the time it's 3,900 and probably like 68 something. And then the last 2 Dinomorphias, Stealth Bergia. For Soul of Supreme King, I like 2 Zark, because it's not once per turn, and you can use it multiple times. It's funny. 1 Brave Eyes to negate monsters with 0 attack, so cards like Ash, Crystal Ring, because it's Crystal Ring and you can bring it out with soul, as well as Clearwing, which is a spell trap negate. The last two cards in the extra deck are Psychic and Punisher. This card is able to get extremely big because if your opponent is at 8,000 and you're probably at 50, he will gain 7,950 attack, putting him well over 10,000. And Rexgerm is able to make it so that your opponent's monsters, their attack equal your life points, so they would probably become 50. So you just hit them for 11,000 damage. He's also unaffected, which is insane. And then Azalea. Azalea is good because it's just removal. It's gonna get sent to the grave in any scenario. You don't play spells, there's 3 prosperity, you're not gonna go through all 3. And yeah, just easy removal. To the side deck, 3 Kaiju. Pearly is a card. 3 Shifter, because this card should be banned, and you can play this going second freely. You don't do anything on your first turn. 1 Duster. This is a card I've been on for a long time, and it's very funny. 3 Deck Lockdown. It's Droll as a continuous spell, as well as a third of Ash, where neither player can special summon from the main deck. We don't special summon from the main deck a lot. Anti-spell hits every generic power spell that kills Rex, as well as things like Super Poly. And then, because going second as a trap deck sucks, 3 Evenly Matched. God, I hate this card. And yeah, that's the deck profile. How long was that?
That was, how about you take a guess?
5 minutes?
5?
Yeah.
No, that was like
take
8.
another guess.
3?
Take another guess.
2?
That was 8. That was 10
That was
minutes.
10? That was 10?
Yep.
Damn.